Year 10 material for the people that's continuing on as normal. Shush. I've shown you how to solve linear equations. Now you're going to solve linear inequalities. What is the only difference? There's only one difference when you're dealing with equations that look like this. If you swap the left-hand side and the right-hand side, you need to flip the sign. Can you just stop? You can do it after. The only other thing that you need to do, if you multiply or you divide both sides by a negative number, you need to flip the inequality sign. So you need to change the direction of it. So let's demonstrate that. A take 4. So right now, ignore that it says an inequality. Right now, pretend that it says an equal sign. Just solve the equation as normal. How would I get rid of the take 4? What's the opposite of taking 4 from something? Adding 4. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides. So it's going to be A is equal to, not equal to, A is greater than, what's 5 plus 4? 9. Did I times or divide by a negative number on both sides at all? Did I times or divide by a negative number on? So I leave the inequality pointing the same way. A is still greater than whatever 9 is. Okay? Huh? 9 because, okay, go back. Let's take a step back. I've shown you how to deal with equations if it's got an equal sign. How do I get rid of the take 4? Add 4. The only difference when it's one of these signs is if I flip the sides, then I have to flip the direction. Or if I times or divide both sides by a negative number, then I have to flip it. Why didn't I flip it here? Did I times or divide by a negative number on both sides? Leave it alone. Let's try this one here. What is the 3 doing to B here? What's the sign there that we don't times? What's the opposite of timesing by 3? So if I divide both sides by 3, have I times or divided by a negative number yet? What have I tried to divide by? Is that a negative number? No, so I don't need to flip the sign. So it's just going to be 3 divided by 3. B is going to be less than or equal to 9 divided by 3 is 3. I didn't flip it. Last example, let's have a look. How would I get rid of this positive 4? What's the opposite of adding 4 to something? So if I take 4 from both sides, what are we going to have? You're going to have negative 2x greater than 0, take 4, negative 4. What's negative 2 doing to x here? What's the sign there? That's not written. Huh? Timesing. What's the opposite of timesing by negative 2? Now stop. Pause. Because you have a little note up here that says if you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number, you must flip the inequality. Am I trying to divide by a negative number here? So what do I need to do to this? It's pointing to the right now. What is it going to have to point? It's going to have to point left. That is the only difference between what we did last week, equations, and what we're doing now. That's going to be pointing there. Negative 4 divided by negative 2 is going to be positive 2. Okay? Treat it like an equation. Treat it like what you did last week until if I times both sides by a negative or if I divide both sides by a negative, then I have to flip the direction.
So it's just the same thing instead of equals, it's just that.
Yes, and in the situation where I times or divide both sides by a negative, I have to flip it around. Okay? I'll stop the recording there so you can chat. That's your practice for the